Razak. I've been at Fujifilm for 23 years now in various roles, in technical project leadership roles, manufacturing roles, and currently I'm a senior director in bioprocess strategy and development, and have been involved in the invention of state-of-the-art equipment for continuous processing. So the GMP manufacturing landscape for the production of modern biologics is shifting, and CDMOs now have to be able to differentiate themselves in the market to maintain a competitive edge. And at Fujifilm, we believe that Borealis will give us this edge. But before I talk about Borealis, I'd just like to start with a bit of background about what Fujifilm does. So we take pride in supporting our clients on their journey through process development and all the clinical phases through the commercialization of their products. We have a number of facilities across different continents that can cater for the needs of our clients at every phase and scale. So for example, we have traditional 20,000 litre stainless steel facilities in Denmark and the US that remain indispensable for the cost-effective delivery of large-scale commercial campaigns. However, biologics customers nowadays are looking for greater flexibility and agility in manufacturing and scale across the clinical process. More and more, they're looking to minimize their outsourcing footprint, and they would rather stay with a single CDMO who can cater for all their needs than having to switch CDMO every time they complete PD, early clinical or late phase, or move into commercial. These constant changes affect tech transfer complexity, supply chain flexibility, delivery timelines, and ultimately patient well-being. So with Borealis, we now have a new cog in the machine that can help us gear up and consolidate Fujifilm's philosophy as partners for life. Borealis is our new single-use biologics manufacturing facility that caters for clients in early stages of their commercial journey who require flexible amounts of small or medium-scale GMP manufacturing supply. Borealis is also a modular, multimodal facility that can be adapted flexibly to meet the program requirements of our customers. It's capable of manufacturing mammalian antibody products at scales between 2K and 5K using single-use bioreactors, and these can be run in either batch mode or perfusion mode, which is important for continuous manufacturing. Borealis also runs downstream using state-of-the-art single-use equipment such as Symphonix, and these can be run in traditional batch mode. Again, more importantly, they can now be run in connected or continuous modes, and the latter is an offering that we call kojoX. Traditional batch processing involves discrete steps which have to be completed in sequence, thus introducing downtime, hold times, and reducing production efficiency. More and more industry-leading CDMOs are looking to invest heavily in continuous manufacturing, which can bring with it scaling flexibility, increased production efficiency, and significant cost savings to the manufacturers as well as the clients. So at Fujifilm, we've spent the last decade preparing for continuous operation capability by defining our single-use strategy, designing modular facilities using kojoX, and using innovating new solutions like Symphonix. Together, these capabilities put Fujifilm ahead of the curve in terms of being able to deliver continuous GMP processes for our customers in the near future. So Fujifilm has different scaling capabilities which we can use to satisfy our customer demands along their clinical journey. We can scale up in the traditional sense from bench to 5,000 litre microbial or 20,000 litre mammalian in our stainless steel facilities, and this is a perfect fit for our commercial customers. We can also scale down as products reach the end of their life cycle and commercial supply has to wind down in line with demand. This ensures the capacity and cost remain aligned. And we can also scale out. So customers who are in the middle of their clinical life cycle need intermittent demand, and they would benefit from a modular facility that could adapt to their changing needs. Borealis can deliver this. It can deliver scale out as a multi-lane, multi-suite architecture, which allows many upstream and downstream batches of the same product to be run in parallel under one roof. So this gives Fujifilm a huge advantage, as it allows us to increase production capacity quickly and cleanly when we need to, without the need to transfer the process to a new facility, buy new equipment, or re-engineer the process. So scale up, scale down, scale out. These are all examples of changes in production capacity. However, increasing capacity through traditional fed batch scaling methods is limited and is no longer the only tool that manufacturers can use to satisfy customer demand. Our customers now expect us to have greater agility and flexibility to be able to meet urgent clinical supply or satisfy rapid demand at varying levels of production. So in order to realize this greater manufacturing potential, CDMOs have to be able to embrace new innovative practices, such as continuous processing. A key enabler for continuous operations at Fujifilm has been the innovation of the Symphonix system, a single-use disposable format system that is multifunctional, enables advanced buffer management, and most importantly, opens the doorway to true connected and continuous processing, something which we and the industry call scale-on. So scale-on is a true game changer because it allows a change in productivity, not just in production capacity. And we use scale-on in two ways at Fujifilm. The first way is where we link multiple Symphonix systems together in downstream unit operations into a connected, semi-continuous mode. So instead of waiting for sequential batch steps to finish, we can perform multiple cycling steps in parallel to shorten the process duration, which significantly reduces the time in plant. And scale-on in this mode can also reduce equipment and consumable scale, and thus reduce cost of goods for our customers. And then parallel cycling can reduce hold times, which is important for products that may have stability issues during processing. The second way in which Fujifilm performs scale-on is in fully continuous mode. And in Borealis, we would do this using our kojoX platform. And this links upstream and downstream. Upstream is performed using a Dynadrive perfusion bioreactor that feeds directly into a multi-Symphonix downstream. And this provides a consistent material flow, which delivers higher productivity. So scaling, it's no longer about increasing production capacity. It's about making product supply more agile through connected and continuous operations. In today's world, where global pandemics and conflicts can affect crucial supply chains at various levels, it's even more important to set up systems that are resilient to these external forces so that we can try and guarantee the supply of medicines to our customers and their patients. So one way in which Fujifilm builds this resilience into our practices is through our kojoX philosophy. kojoX is our global standardization approach that harmonizes our equipment and technology and our systems and processes so that our multiple sister sites across the continents follow a singular approach for our clinical programs, thus enabling predictable performance and agile delivery. There are many examples of how kojoX influences our Fujifilm manufacturing ecosystem. kojoX standardizes our single-use facilities, such as Borealis, which has a consistent modular blueprint with multi-lane layouts, harmonized suite configurations, and unified single-use workflows. This consistent architecture reduces the complexity of moving programs between modular facilities at our different sites during the product lifecycle. kojoX also mandates a harmonized equipment approach. So by using the same equipment families like Symphonix across the global network, we can qualify these systems once and then leverage that qualification experience and knowledge at other sites with a greatly reduced effort. So this family-based approach reduces the validation burden, it accelerates facility readiness, and it helps our operators build a deeper expertise because they're always using the same equipment and interfaces for every process. In terms of process development, kojoX incorporates guardrails that ensure all our processes are developed within defined operating ranges that are aligned to our equipment and facility capabilities. This really helps to strengthen the reliability and consistency of our programs as they advance through the clinical product lifecycle. kojoX also integrates a unified digital backbone across our modular facilities, where harmonized control systems such as PCS and electronic documentation platforms such as EBMRs, these make data capture, review, and release much more seamless. So by incorporating these digital systems into connected and continuous processing formats, this lays a foundation for high levels of automation and paves the way for future lights-out manufacturing. So kojoX has many benefits for our customers. It has reduced development risks, fewer deviations, faster alignment across global teams and sites, and lower qualification and training burdens. kojoX ensures that wherever a program is executed at Fujifilm, either in the UK, Europe, US, or Japan, it operates as part of one coherent, consistent, reliable, and resilient manufacturing ecosystem.